And we're going to put a marker right here for our awesome archive team, letting them know we're getting into the game. We're going to tap over to the screen, and it's been a minute. It has been a minute, my friends. But we left off at a decent place to stop, despite internet confuckery. And we're going to jump right in. So, our beleaguered heroes, such as they are, have been fleeing. They found themselves in flight against an unknown enemy that clearly overpowered them and set them on the trail. After fleeing this enemy through the swamp and the mist and healing themselves, did you guys take a rest?
We took a short rest.
Short rest.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You came upon the base of a hill. If I recall correctly, it is nighttime?
Yeah.
And the hill rises up out of the swamp. It is itself not swampy, but it is enshrouded in mist, same as everything else in this area. And I said you smelled the sweet scent of fruit, and then silvery-green moss blankets a general upward slope before giving way to a craggy ridge that marks the top of a hill. Dozens of enormous willow trees dot the hillside, swaying as though in a breeze despite the absence of one. You guys are in the Feywild. I do need to mention this because it's been a little bit. Our heroes from the jungle have gone into the Feywild to try to help Henrietta's aunt, apparently. And they've had some adventures and misadventures along the way. They found the way into the Feywild. They met Tasha, mother of all hags, and they're set upon the path of dealing with the Hourglass Coven, and they're currently dealing with Bavlorna? Is that right? Bavlorna is where you guys are currently dealing?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. And yeah, you guys were just dealt a loss that you can't remember what happened. So, yeah, you come to the base of this hill, trudging through the swamp in the middle of the night. Kion's survival got you there. What would you guys like to do?
So we're at the base of the hill, right?
You're about 30 feet from the beginning of the incline, yeah.
Think we should take a head up.
Likely. We need to keep on our guard, though. We're still not fully recovered from that loss.
Nods.
I think as you guys start up the hill, Vrek suddenly darts out in front of you, and he says, like, "Stop!"
What is it, little brother?
Something here, a presence. It's everywhere. It doesn't seem particularly malevolent, but it's large, very large.
You want to go ahead and see if you can see it from the overhead?
I can see it from here.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's right in front of you.
The hill?
I suppose. I don't see the world the way you do, brother.
To explain, it's like looks to the others. Vrek is warning that we don't approach because there's a presence here.
What kind of presence?
From what I'm understanding, it's not exactly malevolent, just it's big. That's really all little brother had to say about it. It was big.
The doctor's gonna take a look around. Just nothing seems unusual to her, right?
I mean,
beyond the fact of where we are.
I was going to say, beyond what you've experienced so far in the Feywild, not particularly, no.
Nothing seems too out of the ordinary, and that's by Feywild standards, but whatever you think might be best is probably what is.
I've seen enormous thunder lizards that weren't exactly malevolent before.
True, but are you willing to take a step onto a hill that in itself could be alive?
You start to feel moisture around your feet as the water of the swamp begins to cascade up around you from below.
Nah.
Would you rather stay in this muck and swamp?
Fair point. Can you tell anything else about it before we move forward, little brother?
It's different from the swamp. It's a different color, you might say.
The overall energy that it exudes is a different color than the swamps. Of different entities, you could say. At this point, we don't really have another reason not to.
Okay?
Yeah.
Then
I think...
Breck will
it's-
return to your
it's-
shoulder if you step forward.
Yeah, I think it's that, then start moving in.
Okay.
Pull feet out of water, start moving.
By the way, Knight,
Yes.
you lost your shield.
Yes, I lost my shield in its queen's stand place.
I guess it's fortuitous then that I picked up a spare at the carnival. And Brick will hand over the kite shield he picked up.
Okay. You have a kite shield.
Well, it's same. I only had a normal kite shield, so
This is a normal kite shield.
that works.
Kian,
Mm-hmm.
there's a path. There's a manicured path leading, like, around the hill, sloping gently upwards.
Shields at the ready. We've got a path to follow.
Okay. So when you step foot on the hill, all of you, you feel like just a very brief rumble that kind of cascades beneath your feet. Just for a second. Not like something is coming closer, not like somebody is like hitting a jackhammer, more like somebody flicks a switch and it just goes, just that's it. And the willow trees at the top of the hill sway a little harder.
Hmm.
Oh dear, okay.
This thing is alive, isn't it?
I did say there was a chance.
It's fine.
Okay. What would you like to do?
Unless any others have an objection, I say just upwards and onwards.
Upwards and onwards, okay.
Tread lightly.
The doctor.
Who has the highest passive perception? Kian?
Yeah, more than likely
Almost
me. Let me
certainly.
check.
I have a 16. The doctor's also gonna try and keep her footsteps light, like not trying to dig her shoes into this
Right.
possibly living
Yeah,
hill. She's gonna walk
I've got-
careful.
I've got a 17.
Okay.
Woo.
I got a 13.
Kian, you notice that your position relative to the willow trees does not change.
Oh, is
You're
this the
making progress
game?
up the hill, don't misunderstand. But you look up and it's the same tree facing you.
Is that the game then? He points at the tree. It hasn't left our relative facing since we started moving.
That's interesting.
Either it could be the tree moving, could be magic of the path, could be a number of things, really.
You hear from above you, in common, how else would we keep watch on visitors?
The doctor kind of squeaks a bit and looks up.
Yeah, like with a great creaking of boughs, the tree like turns its center trunk and moves its limbs, and you see that it's like vaguely humanoid, and it has like a face.
Oh, hello there.
I think Sarah just has cocked eyebrow look.
Yeah, it like creaks down slightly as if to bow to you.
Hail, good friend.
Head
Brick will
nod.
bow slightly back.
What is your purpose on Telemy Hill?
We were looking for a place known as the Archive.
The Hall of Records. Another voice among the trees says, The Temple of Knowledge. A third voice says, Where all that is. And yes, it is the same voice each time.
Just different from different
Correct.
positions among the trees.
Correct.
That's right.
Yep.
You come in peace.
We have no intention starting fights.
You come with fire.
Do you refer to this? And he gestures to Varek. This is my little brother. You will find no burned branches in his presence.
We will not. Come, rest.
So everyone make sure they're all on board with this.
The doctor will nod. Thank you.
You guys have another, like, a good little hike to get to the top of the hill, but once you get there, you find that the trees have made, like, a ring around the top, and they're just, like, waiting for you. There's one, like, in the center of the ring, that, like, has a face on it and is like, watching you when you come up.
The doctor will smile and kind of wave.
If you require food, water, or rest, you can have it here. Answers we can provide, but not for any question.
Understandable. Thank you.
Indeed.
The mist can reach you here, but the waters cannot.
What makes this place special? Just the high ground, or?
We are not a place. We are Telemy Hill.
Oh, I've got it. Well, thank you for having us.
Those who come to rest, who come in peace, who seek to know, are welcome here. So long as they do not harm the other visitors or us.
Understandable.
Well, that's certainly true. We have no intention of hurting anyone if we can help it.
Lean up.
Oh, my bad. We have no intention of hurting anyone if we can help it.
You can help it here. Do you seek answers, or perhaps a quest?
Cancers.
Answers.
Oh, okay. I heard cancer, so I was confused by that.
I'll ask that question later.
Go ahead.
I was gonna ask if the doctor would know what cancer is.
It didn't say anything about cancer.
I know, but like it got mentioned, and then my brain went, "Would the doctor know what cancer is?"
Probably not.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So we come looking for answers.
Or perhaps a quest.
Yeah, we're kind of here on both.
Yeah, like really. What can none of us does?
I mean, do you say that, Dr. Lorelei?
She doesn't say it like that. I think she, upon being told, do you come here for answers or perhaps on a quest? I think she kind of gives the kind of gesture, a little bit of both.
Then a quest we can give you. A quest in 2 parts.
Head tilt out of curiosity.
First, we require the services of a healer.
2 of us that can do that.
I'm a doctor. What do you need?
In time. Second, we require the recovery of property.
What kind?
As if it is the simplest thing in the world, the tree says, truffles.
Blink.
Well, these truffles special in a way.
They were not.
Were they taken from you, or?
Not from us. No. They were
who do we
taken from the goblin.
The goblin? Is that another of the residents here?
Jingle jangle. What?
Does he have spurs?
I missed a joke, clearly.
No, Gamzee's just my boyfriend, and the idea of Jingle Jangle the Goblin is just funny to him.
Okay.
And then I made a reference to a song.
Ah, okay.
Which is perfect because I immediately imagined a goblin wearing like spurred boots and one of those like sleigh bell jackets.
You're not far off. I have art for Jingle Jangle when the time comes.
Beautiful.
All right. Well, where do we find them?
Here, nearby. We must first ascertain your intentions.
All right.
You speak of knowledge. Ask what you would.
Or do we go straight for the big shot?
Well, I know what we're wanting, at least at the moment, is to get to the archive. So it's like we want to be able to get to and in the archive. I imagine is what we're wanting.
Yeah, they were forward with us with what they needed, so let's be forward with them with what we need.
What we
Also, I'm
need.
just trying to make sure. We all said only like Dr. Granol, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have.
Okay, I just realized that and was thinking, it's like I think we have, but just wanted to make sure.
Don't hit your desk, Honky.
Technically speaking, real quick, I apologize if my quality or volume changes a lot. I'm still trying to figure out the best positioning for this mic.
Where you are right now is phenomenal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. What was I about to say? Oh, what we were after wasn't really the archive itself. It was the information we believed it may contain. A possible lead on the weakness of what's her fuck?
Lorna.
Lorna.
Old Lorna.
Old Lorna, yeah, I forgot that her name was Lorna.
Well, the question is, do we want to be that forward? Because technically, we don't know where these guys or these beings are on the conflict side.
Just saying this being, there's only one thing here.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, this being. Ultimately, my point still stands. We don't know where this being stands.
Oops, sorry, hit the mic.
Well, then there's a simple solution.
Okay, I'm listening.
In that way of asking our question, first we must ask something else.
If it is within our power.
Where do your allegiances of this world lie?
Telemy Hill.
Then you care not for Zabilna or the current rulers.
What is a ruler?
The one that lays claim to this realm.
Telemy Hill.
Outside of Telemy Hill.
One cannot claim a realm, a land. Be they man or god.
Zabilna was the one that was the land. They are the land outside of Telemy Hill. In that way, they took ownership of it. They laid rule over the realm.
You answer your own question.
What we seek, what was the name again? Old lady, what?
Lorna.
Lorna. What we seek is the weakness of old Lorna. You require those truffles before we can receive such an answer.
No,
It is understandable.
No. The answer would mean nothing to you. The answer is only what Lona was before, not what she is now.
Head tilt.
What she was before, but is not now.
Remove that which she is now. Remove the strength she had stolen, and you may find use of my answer.
That implies we'll even be able to remember the encounter. If her ability to alter memory is anything like what we just barely escaped.
Stolen! It is not hers.
That power isn't hers. Makes sense.
Stolen.
He's saying that our memories were stolen, not altered. Those
No,
memories.
the power of the mind was stolen.
Oh, that's interesting, terrifying, and very useful. Thank you.
You seem very determined to make clear that it was stolen.
Because that's against the law of the Feywild. You don't take from people what isn't yours.
Well, not the Feywild, but Prismere.
Prismere, yeah, the doctor would have said Prismere.
You know the old ways. How?
A few of them, and we've met some friends along the way.
We met those that benefited from Zybilna, the witch and light of the carnival.
These are names I know. We know, excuse me. It's hard to keep the pronouns straight when you're in kind of an Osmosis Jones situation.
Yeah.
I figure.
They're very wonderful men. I like their carnival. They helped us get here.
Chosen, but Zybilna has many chosen.
Nods.
A question returns a question. The fate of the children. We would know.
What children?
The children.
The
At the carnival, there were many children that were with the...
Children of Prismere.
Oh.
As of now, we don't know the situation of many. There's Kettlestein. But currently...
The tree, like, sways back and forth. No, no. Not chosen of Prismere. Children of Prismere. Their fate is in the mist.
Uh,
I'm gonna make this easy for you guys. This is the first you've heard.
I figured.
I'm sorry, I don't think we've heard of what you're talking about yet.
We could certainly look into it.
Do so.
To clarify, what are the children of Prismere?
Children of Prismere.
Like actual children?
Yes. Those with nowhere else, who know naught else, given for selfish reasons, or taken from broken cribs.
Oh.
These are children chosen, not in the way of power, but chosen in the way of needing a new home.
Yes. The treasure of Prismere. The lifeblood of Prismere.
Then you could say it is their belief and their love in their new home that gives Prismere strength.
Correct. The Coven does not know. Many do not know. But Telemy Hill was the first.
That's probably why they don't have full control over this place.
You do not know their fate.
We will learn.
Learn, yes. A question asked, a question returned. You may proceed.
Guess that means we continue on the path.
Actually, it means you can keep asking questions, but you can also continue on the path if you want, but you're at the top of the hill.
Oh,
Yeah, you're at the top of the hill.
my mistake.
No worries. His voice is hard, by the way.
I admit, I'm impressed by how well you're keeping up with it.
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it's coming through my mic because of the limitations of digitalization, but the trees are really breathy.
On occasion, we'll catch something.
Okay.
Yeah. It kind of comes through.
Kind of like if Marilyn Monroe was a baritone. It's basically what I'm describing.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, I can hear it when it does come through.
Do you have any other questions for Telemy?
I was gonna say, does anyone?
I do, actually. I just remembered something.
Okay.
The doctor is going to pull out the little music box that she got from the Displacer Beast in the carnival.
Yes.
Have you seen what I would know as a Displacer Beast cub around here?
No.
Drat. I said I would try and find the little one of someone who worked at the carnival.
We can say with certainty no such creature is within the mist.
So not here. Well, thank you. It's good to know anyways.
A question asked, a question returned. Does blood stain your hands?
The doctor is trying to think of how to answer this.
You've been in no. Excuse me. We've been in no small amount of conflict. It's
On
true.
which side?
On the side of self-preservation, mostly.
It's mostly been fights against undead and creatures who would have killed us if we had, but
All of the trees shudder when you say undead.
where we came from, there was an unpleasant amount of them.
Primarily creatures that looked to either consume us or do worse things to us once we were dead.
Corruptors!
What did he say?
Corruptors.
Destroyers! Despoilers!
You've yet to inaccurately
I have found a
describe-
fellow. I have found a fellow hater of the undead.
Most
You have yet,
good things hate the undead. Sorry, Gamzee.
no problem. You've yet to inaccurately describe what we encountered there.
Oh, you didn't see the ghoul's nest. Oh god, you didn't see what...
I saw bits of it, but that was mostly from the water.
They have begun to emerge.
They're here too, then, huh?
Recently.
If we encounter any, we will do away with them.
Nods.
Through fire.
Recently, you say?
They said recently.
Mhm. How recently?
What is time?
That is also a very fair question.
Okay, yeah, that's a point. So yeah, time
After
doesn't
the
work.
mist.
Sorry, Vader.
No, sorry, I realize time doesn't work the same here, but I'm trying to piece things together in my head, and I'm wondering if there's a correlation.
You're wondering if there's a correlation between you guys arriving here and undead showing up?
Or a correlation between
What is time,
Schult
the mist, and
in general and the undead showing up in
I
Prismare.
can tell you straight up the campaigns are not related.
Fair enough.
what terrifies me is the idea that these undead could be... What's a way of wording this? The bodies forgetting they're dead?
Well,
I'll take my notebook back, Gamzee.
Ah, shit.
I mean, I was going to say one thing I can take it as, especially with the mist, is that I think it's part of what the Hourglass Coven and things kind of getting messed up here in Prismere is that it's kind of messing up the general, like, laws of nature or whatever you want to call them type stuff in this place. So things are not going as they should be.
My logic was, if the magic being used is so powerful it's making the land itself forget, there's going to be additional consequences to that scale of power.
That's true.
There are also the beasts.
The tree in the
What?
middle of the ring, like, gestures, and another tree, like, moves forward. It doesn't so much step as the roots elongate and then retract like a snake, so it kind of glides across the ground. And in its bows, it's carrying a skull. And the skull is basically a wolf skull with antlers. You've seen this head before.
We fought in those before. We've seen them when we first arrived.
Didn't
Well,
we? Didn't
we
we kill?
killed- Yes. There were 3 of them when we first arrived on top of a bridge.
There are more.
I figured as much.
They are not of Prismia. They
not.
come with the mist.
possess-
Burn them away.
I was going to say, they possess a deadly allergy to fire, so they have yet to be an issue to me in particular.
Well, they resist most things I threw at them.
So far, the strongest among us against them was the doctor.
Nods.
The tree like turns to look at you, Dr. Lorelei.
She'll give back her attention to him.
Why?
I have a knife that I got from the carnival. It's made of a special material. I won't pull it here. It's dangerous here.
You hear the sound of bows stretching, and you look immediately to your left, and coming out of the ground are 3 like vine-like roots, and they intertwine together to make like a square like platform. Basically, you could rest your hand on it.
Do you want to see it?
No response.
The doctor will pull it like off of its little set part of her belt. She won't like pull it in a threatening way, but she'll like take it off, kind of show it to him.
Okay. Like you hold it up, or what do you do?
I think she'll put it on the little platform.
Okay. You set it on the platform, and there's a sizzling sound, and smoke comes off of it.
She'll quickly take it off. I am so sorry.
A relic of the old war.
I'm so sorry about that. I didn't know it would cause that reaction. I'm so sorry.
He doesn't react with pain.
To be fair, it's also a tree person.
It's not
Yeah,
a tree
but
person. It's not a tree person. It's an Osmosis Jones situation.
I'm confused by what you mean by that.
You are like all around you. There is one entity. It's just using the trees.
Basically, we're in the equivalence of its stomach or something kind of thing, almost. Like we're in the blood cells.
Yeah, basically. The trees are like the individual cells.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's super weird.
Yeah, it's real weird. Yeah, you're not talking to a group of trees that live on Telemy Hill. You're talking to Telemy Hill.
I knew that much. I didn't think it was a...
The hill itself is kind of everything.
Correct.
Yeah, I knew it was an interconnected being situation. I didn't realize it was a fungal forest type situation.
It's not fungal forest.
I know, but I mean that as like an example.
Like,
because when fungi roots connect, they are no longer classified as individual fungi.
Yes.
They are classified as a singular fungi.
Yes. Except it's the reverse in this case. The trees are nothing. The hill is inhabiting the trees.
Hmm. Oh, that's even weirder.
Yeah, it's real weird.
But yeah,
The way I imagine it's like a spirit possessed the mountain, and it's just possessing outwards from the mountain into the stuff that get on the mountain.
A question asked, a question returned. Speak your price.
He's gonna look to the others. I've got another one if you don't mind.
To be clear, the hill is now in your debt because he asked a question first. He asked about the undead, as if you had blood on your hands, and then he prompted you about the beast. So technically, he's on the back foot now. That's why he said speak your price. But if you have another question, feel free.
See, I feel bad asking a hill to pay us in any particular
It's the
way
rules
other
of
than
Prismere.
information. I know.
I mean, if anything, it's actually kind of rude to not have the hill pay. It's actually bad
Yeah.
not to.
Yeah, I'd say our best bet is likely just going to keep following through on information on one of you, unless one of you guys has a different idea.
I
I don't have anything off the top of my head. I'll be right back, though. I'm
Okay.
being yelled for.
Go ahead, Keon.
I have a question. That stolen power, how do we stop it from affecting us?
That I do not know.
Hmm.
Your price remains.
The archive. How do we find it from here?
In the mist, it is impossible to say. Your price remains.
Right, Brick? Sorry. What did we call Brick?
The
Sergeant.
The sergeant.
Sergeant. Alright, Sergeant. Do you have any bright ideas? You're the brains of this operation.
Say that.
You need to think. I could see if the little brother has any suggestions.
I'm back. What I missed?
They tend to be fairly wise on these sort of things.
Gamzee asked if there's a way to prevent the Forgain power from affecting us. There was no way that the tree knew. I asked if there's a way to find the archive. The tree didn't know. So we're trying to think of a third question that the tree may know the answer to.
Mm-hmm. You guys still have a debt from Telemy Hill, so.
Yeah, so we're trying to think of a question to be answered.
Let me think. Sorry, I was literally thinking about questions and then I got called for and they're just gone now.
I don't mean anything by asking this, but did anyone else hear that as "but they're God" now?
I heard that.
I said gone. Sorry.
Fine, I just got really concerned that we just had another Evangelion moment happen.
Yeah. Or just like the mist is breaking into real life in Sips' house now.
Dear God, I hope not. I do not need to deal with my folks under that kind of influence anyways. So we have a debt from Telemy Hill.
Mm-hmm. A small one, but a debt all the same.
Debt is debt, my man. Debt of $5 is still debt.
True.
Boy, you were really just hung up on that Strahd thing, aren't you?
It was 5 silver, get it right. I said $5. If I'm talking about Strahd, it will be 5 silver. I will never forget this. Ever. I'm looking through my things just to see if I have anything else I need to ask about. I don't... Actually, I have a vague idea, but I don't know if the doctor would want to use our debt on that.
What is it?
Well,
The doctor's heard mention of the war, quote-unquote.
The old war.
Yeah. The doctor is a little curious about what that means. But I don't know if it's a good way to waste our question with that.
It's not necessarily a question. The tree said name your price.
Then I think the doctor looks down at it, looks at the smoking kind of like dissipating, and she asks, "Can you tell me about the old war, as you call it? You aren't the first person to mention it. What is that?" And she'll put it away.
The old war. The old ways. The cycle of war, peace, war and peace. The cycle of seasons. The cycle of day into night, into day. All are intertwined. When soldiers on both sides are brothers, are kin, and they seek nothing but the destruction of each other, there are no winners.
So the Feywild had a civil conflict. Well, civil war, more like it, then. And you're saying weapons like this were made back then?
Indeed, and were spread far and away to keep them from the hands of the armies. You come from the realm of mortality. Many were sent there, either in whole or implanted into the minds of makers. For you see, something cannot exist in two places at a time. If it is created there, it vanishes here.
It's like changelings, but for weapons.
Okay. That's very interesting and very sad. Thank you.
We have decided
Head tilt.
you are no threat. You may rest here. You may pass on, and you may see the goblin.
I belched in the middle of that, and my god, did that hurt.
That sounded like it.
Ugh.
Yeah.
You good, Chief?
I'm good. It's just I have to press my throat outward with air when I do that. So I belched while my throat was expanded, and
Ugh.
fire all the way down my esophageal tract.
It sounds like the same feeling you get when you try to hold a burp at the same time as you're gonna hiccup.
Yes.
Ugh.
ouch.
My voice is gonna be sore tomorrow. It's fine.
I've never heard you sing song like that. Anyways. Well, Thank you. And she'll kind of bow a little at the waist.
I honestly think that Kyan follows suit.
So you will be able to find like an evening's worth of rations on the hilltop. If you want to long rest, you'll be protected. And if you want to resupply, you can do that too within reason.
I think I'm good on rations right now. I don't need to resupply to anything.
Okay.
I still have my rations from Sue.
I still have my normal rations and my Feywild rations all good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I still have all of my rations. I haven't really spent any yet.
Okay. Well, like I said, you guys can long rest here if you want, or you can go see Jingle Jangle.
Probably be good to go see Jingle Jangle, but a rest would probably do us really good right now.
Yeah.
I'm down to 1 level 2 spell slot and 3 level 1 spell slots. But I am full health, so I mean, I got that.
Spell slots are the difference. Sorry, go on, Vader.
I can't speak for the rest of you, but I'll be okay if a combat comes.
I think I should be too. I still have higher level spell slots. Mostly my first level are
Yeah,
just
honestly, I'm at full. I thought I was the only one that was up there, though.
No, I'm at full.
I mean, lest you all forget, you do have invisible, like, stamina trackers that I keep a track of. Like, you might be at full health, but you got wrecked.
Fair.
And all we've had so far was that short rest.
Mm-hmm. I'm saying, if you guys think you're fine, like, I have not imposed any debilities on you, and I would tell you if I was going to, but just keep that in mind. Just because you're at full health does not mean you can always press on.
We probably need a rest. Oh, wait, I'm too far away. We probably need a rest.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
It's up to you.
Because it was noon when we entered that, and when that thing came at us.
Yep.
And then it was like,
dark.
What was it, 9?
It was dark.
It was
dark.
dark by the time that we came to, so to speak. And we were apparently running for a long time.
Yeah, so we probably should rest, honestly.
It had been over 2 hours since I had given Vrek his battle mode. We know that because I used a 2nd level slot on it.
It's completely up to you guys. I wasn't saying that to say, hey, rest, dinguses. I was saying just, like, keep that in mind.
I still say we rest. I get my spell slots back in my bardic back and all that good stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I would say rest.
Okay. You guys can get the benefits of a long rest. That's fine.
Woo.
Go ahead and recharge your stuff, prep your spells, use your hit dice, whatever you need to do.
Are we able to do downtime actions?
You can if you want to.
I have Dawn Caller, so I only need like 4 hours.
Then yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'd like to progress my clock.
Okay.
I'm going to pump another point into Warcaster.
Just bear in mind, taking a downtime action means that you're not... Usually, it means that you're not taking a watch, setting up camp, cooking food, etc. You're doing your downtime action.
Right.
I'm gonna go to the restroom again real fast, sorry.
Okay. What were those rolls?
My preparations.
So an 11 and a 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you have Dawn Caller, Kian.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sleeping at the beginning of the rest or the end of the rest?
Probably the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Oh, why? What the fuck?
Because I had a thing planned.
I just said the beginning because it seemed more convenient. If there's something you had, and we can do it at the end, it doesn't really affect much. Just 4 hours.
Are you sure?
Sure.
Okay. So yeah, so
I should back that up for a second. Is this going to reduck my, like, is this going to be something that means I won't have my long rest stuff recharged for like an encounter?
No, not at all.
Is this an encounter or something?
It's an encounter, but it's an encounter of it works best if Kiana's asleep. You don't have to do it.
Oh.
Like,
Okay.
it works best if Kiana's asleep. So we fade out on you guys like resting on Telemy Hill, and we wake up to Kian like sitting under a tree asleep, Vrek like on his lap, and nestled against his side is this.
Oh.
A like amber-skinned, green-eyed goblin wearing a vest made of keys.
And they have a lock flail.
They have a lock flail, and they don't have it with them. But they're just like, snuggled against Kian, asleep. Kian, you wake up to goblin.
Like, in the actual Telemy Hill?
Yeah!
Oh.
Like, wherever you fell asleep, you wake up to goblin snugglers.
I think he's like looking around to make sure the others are still here.
Yeah.
Doing that thing that you move when you have a sleeping cat, just very delicate movements.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Little brother, who is this?
Vrek like lifts his head, and like you get the Vrek equivalent of and then eyes fall on the goblin. Immediately like jumps up and like flares with light.
Okay, bright little brother.
And then like the goblin like rolls over and like grabs your arm with all 4 limbs and goes back to sleep.
What did I miss?
Goblin, cute goblin.
Aww.
The goblin has latched onto Kian. Kian now has a goblin cat.
Jan is unsure how to continue.
Is he like asleep?
Yeah.
They?
Yes.
Kian has been adopted.
Kian woke up to sleepy goblin snuggles.
Aw.
You know that sound effect they do sometimes in shows when a character is like really fucking confused, where it's like a combination of like
a duck quack and an elephant.
Intermission music and
yes,
or not intermission.
Elevator
infomercial music.
Oh
yes. Yeah. At that with like really light static underneath.
Yes.
Jan has that look on his face.
Okay, so the rest of you are like slowly waking up. Probably when Vrek like flared with light, like you guys got started awake because fire. And yeah, you see Kian sitting under a tree, looking very confused at his arm has been co-opted by Goblin Cat.
Oh. Well.
Don't know who this is. I have never been put in this situation before.
You see Vrek charging a scorching ray.
No. Not yet.
The doctor gives a very disapproving look to both of them. There is no yet.
I don't know who this is, and they're latched onto my arm.
That's true. It does not look like any goblin you've seen before, Kian. Like, it's goblin-like, but it's like not like a goblin that you've seen.
Be nice. They aren't biting you or anything, right?
To be fair, Doctor, we don't know much about this place in general. For all we know, it could be stealing his soul.
It's rude to assume things you don't know for certain.
That's why
And
I
you're
thought it was
assuming
true.
that it's innocent. And you don't know that for certain either.
I never said I assumed it was innocent. I just said that it didn't deserve to be scorching a raid.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
The doctor will walk over. Excuse me. Not loud, like as to be startling. But, excuse me.
The goblin, like, flicks an ear, rolls back over so they're facing Kian, and just, like, burrows into his armpit, basically.
The doctor will giggle a little bit.
I guess like light tap on the back of the head. Hello?
Yeah. Bop. Ear flick. Tilts head slightly. You see one, like, emerald eye looking up at you. Doesn't say anything.
Hi there. We're sorry to wake you, but we were just wondering what this was about?
Warm?
Fair enough. She kind of giggles a little.
Can Jingle Jangle go back to sleep now?
Oh, you're Jingle Jangle.
Oh, yo. Oh, okay. Oh. I think Kian's like looking at the doctor like, what do I do here? Help me.
Nestles back down and the goblin goes, statue is warm.
I'm not a... Well, I guess we are technically stone... I'm not a statue, though.
Warm statue.
The doctor is giggling profusely.
Sure, that's just going the, oh god, not another one.
The infomercial music is getting quieter and being overtaken by static.
Okay. I should mention, this is a small creature, so for you, Kian, it's like the size of your arm, maybe?
Right.
Like
so
the size
tiny.
of one of his biceps or some shit.
Not quite that small.
So tiny.
This is just a chicken fucking with us in the long term, isn't it?
No, that was this entire quest, basically.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
that's-
That's fair.
That's what I'm saying.
So, yeah, what do you guys want to do?
How am I supposed to react to this?
I'm trying to think of... Sibs is kind of a little out of it because of work and because I have to travel tomorrow. But I'm trying to think of exactly what the trees wanted us to do with Jingle Jangle. My brain is fucking...
The tree said that Jingle Jangle needed a healer and needed their truffles.
Oh, right. Jingle Jangle, Telemy Hill said that you needed a healer?
Ear twitch, sits up, and Jingle Jangle yawns, but Jingle Jangle yawns by tilting their top jaw and skull upwards instead of lowering their jaw, like their bottom jaw.
Kind of like a Muppet, almost.
Kind of like Stitch.
The doctor kind of just blinks a little.
Definitely a goblin, because she has nothing but sharp teeth.
Blinks a little bit. Alright. Jingle Jangle, can you tell me what's wrong?
Head snaps back down. Sleepy.
Okay, you can go back to sleep as soon as we get this sorted.
Sorted? Jingle Jangle's keys are organized?
Telemy Hill said that you needed a healer. As soon as we find out why and fix you up, you can go back to sleep, and I'll even turn up the heat.
Herringon?
That's rabbit folk, ain't it?
Robbers. Brigands.
What the fuck is happening?
What the fuck does what mean?
What the fuck? This is just a toddler saying shit.
No, you don't know what brigands are?
I know what brigands are, but this just feels like a toddler that's just saying words.
You haven't actually moved her away from the hot thing, so she's still kind of out of it.
I think the doctor will, like, gently offer a hand to her. I'm the doctor.
like looks at your hand, looks back up at you, blinks slowly.
Smile, fins kind of twitch.
Jingle jangle.
I mean, I have a way of making the hot thing not hot anymore, but I don't know if either party would enjoy that.
Oh. I know what you can do. But no part in that.
The goblin is covered in keys. It should be known like all different types of keys.
The doctor's looking him over. Those are very nice. What are they for?
We got house keys, we got car keys, we got Bugatti keys.
Yes!
Yeah, there's one key to the name that we cannot place.
The Dr. Lorelei says, what are those for? Jingle Jangle says, locks?
Fair enough. Dumb question, I'll admit.
Ask stupid question, receive stupid answer.
Well, you have a very nice set of keys.
I'm sorry, my mind immediately went to, I didn't know horses need keys, looking at one.
Brigands with sticks. They, like, and immediately sits bolt upright. They took my truffles!
Right,
Oh,
we were also
that-
told about that.
Like, looks
Yeah.
around, kind of blinks a few times. Oh. Jingle Jangle is not in cave. Oh dear. Oh
No.
dear.
You are not in your cave, you're on Telemy Hill.
Yes, cave on Telemy Hill, but not in. Like, slowly turns to look up at Kyan and then screams.
Please tell me John starts screaming back.
No, everything's fine, everything's fine.
Please tell me Vrex starts screaming back.
Not a statue!
Does Vrex start screaming back instead?
No.
Aw, I was hoping Kian would be like, stop screaming, brother!
I love this goblin.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine, Jingle Jangle.
Immediate screaming returns.
Slowly stop screaming.
No, I'm not a statue, but I am very warm. Yes. I will give you credit, but I am very warm.
I call you warm. And you're fishy.
The doctor starts giggling a little bit. Alright, that works.
I haven't a good reason to argue.
Why? Why here? Why you?
We got a bit lost and a bit hurt.
Hurt?
We're fine now for the most part.
Herringon Roberts?
Not that we can remember, no.
Yeah, we don't really know what it was, unfortunately.
Jingle Jangle nods sagely. Bonked on the head.
The doctor starts giggling again.
This is certainly a goblin. Goblins are the only motherfuckers I know of that can sagely nod and go bonked on the head and be confident about that shit.
Clearly, you've never met kobolds, sir.
I play a kobold sometimes on the weekend. I hope to bring that kobold to this someday, but that's besides the point.
But, Jingle Jangle, we were told that you needed a healer. Do you know anything about how I can help?
Ouchies.
Are you okay if I look you over? And the doctor will, like, gently hold her hands out, show that she isn't armed or anything, but she wants to look her over.
Look? Like, gets up on her, like, oversized flappy feet, turns in a little circle.
Like, are there any visible scratches or anything?
Yes!
Oh, no.
She's covered in bruises.
The doctor will, like, wince a little bit.
Bruised like a little amber peach.
Now, how did you get these? And she'll pull out her healer's kit.
Jingle Jangle told you, Herringon Brigands. Bonked on the
Yeah.
head.
The brigands took your truffles.
The brigands took my truffles!
Huh. Let me patch you up. She kind of shakes a little bottle of,
Patch?
like, salve.
Jingle Jangle is leaking? Like, looks under her arm.
No, but you have bruises, and I want to make sure that those don't get worse, and it might help with the pain a little bit.
Ouchies.
Yes, it will help with ouchies.
Like, basically just, like, pushes her feet out from under her and just flops on her butt.
The doctor will kind of, like, do the kneel squat thing.
Yeah, make a medicine check.
Medicine check.
You come from the city, right, Dr. Lorelei?
Yep.
One look over this goblin, especially with that roll, is...
1 second, I'm being yelled for.
Okay. Do.
Inconvenient, but nothing we can do about
That
it.
timing, though.
Waiting room music begins.
What were you gonna do, Brick? Like a minute ago, you said, wait a second.
I don't remember.
Oh, sorry, dude.
Damn it, the miss is now invading Vader's place.
Con, what's your take on the goblin?
Oh, small, hungry, and small.
Yes! Chaotic, neutral, hungry child. That's correct. Hungry with an O.
Man, this kid can eat. That little shit is hungry.
Yes. What are those for? Locks? You know what? That's on me. I set the bar too low.
I'm sorry. I'm still not over the idea of the joke of, I didn't know horses needed keys.
Yep.
That is such a not Beirunian friendly joke.
No, it's not.
I'm sad about it.
Anybody else got anything for Jingle Jangle while we're waiting on Dr. Lorelei?
So were the truffles special at all?
Yes!
Aside from good knobs.
No?
Okay.
To be fair, a small child may just think good nods make you suddenly super powerful or something.
And small child would be right, motherfucker!
I mean, fair, but you know what I mean by that.
Just to make sure I heard that right, it was yes, aside from good noms. No.
Yep.
I'm so sorry.
Welcome back.
You're good.
So,
My family's going to travel tomorrow, so we had some stuff we needed to get taken care of, but I'm back now.
Yep. With
We
that,
have ascertained. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Just gonna say we have ascertained that the truffles are only special in one respect. Them bitches tasty.
Alright, so with that medicine
Fair
check,
enough.
Dr. Lorelei, looking over the injuries that Jingle Jangle has sustained, excuse me, no doubt in your mind, it's the equivalent of, like, a teen getting jumped by a bunch of other teens. Like, she got beaten.
Yeah, the doctor will, like, wince. She'll probably do magical healing just to be safe.
Yeah, she said
Ew.
she said the equivalent of half health. So,
Yeah, so the doctor will, like, I don't know what her reference for health is, but I'm gonna use some healer's kits for her.
okay. Go ahead and roll it. Okay. Whoa. All right. Yeah, you patch her up, and after like when you're done and putting your stuff away, Jingle Jangle is like looking at the bandages, and she like testingly bites one when you're not looking, and then like makes a face and doesn't bite it again.
That's why the salve tastes like earwax, so
Yes.
children don't fuck with it.
You pack your stuff away, and you look back at Jingle Jangle. She's holding a key out to you.
What's this?
Thank you.
Of course, she'll accept it, and the doctor's accepted things from people before. Like that's how she got Henrietta.
Yep.
That's also one of the laws of Prismere.
But it's also one of the doctor's own laws. You people pay with what they can. So what do I label the key as?
Miscellaneous key.
That's pretty miskey to me.
Negligible weight, I imagine.
Correct.
All right, I have the miscellaneous key now. The doctor will like put it in her chest pocket and pat it. Thank you, Jingle Jangle.
Warm statue.
Out of character, that key's either gonna do nothing or unlock the sword that slays God.
Warm statue.
Yes, Jingle Jangle.
You have tasty.
I have tasty.
Do you have tasty?
I have some rations.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Bye, Kian.
Why is it always the small, hungry, and small that I have to deal with saving from?
Oh my god, she actually rolled worse than you.
Thank God.
The goblin dies for your backpack.
And we never saw the rations again.
Lift backpack.
Lift backpack with goblin hanging off the bottom of it. Feet flailing.
I will give you one.
How many is one?
More than 0, which is more than not having any.
More.
I'll give you 2.
How many is 2?
2 is twice as many as 1.
Twice? Like, let's go, the backpack falls on her butt. Ow!
Well, that's why you shouldn't jump at people.
Tasty.
Okay. I'm gonna give her 2 of the regular rations I've got.
Okay, cool. So you hold the rations out. Jingle Jangle takes them. We don't see Jingle Jangle. We just see Kian make whatever face Kian wants as we hear the sound of a circular saw start up, and then we look back and the rations are gone.
Yep.
What is that expression exactly?
Imagine the face of a bored 40-year-old suburban dad that knows to expect nothing less.
Okay.
Dad lieth, Dad lieth.
Fair enough.
Feel better?
Better.
Good.
Where were you jumped, Jingle Jangle?
Stinky water.
Out in the swamp?
Swamp?
Points out like in the direction surrounding the hill.
Yep.
Okay. Were you far away from your cave in the stinky water when they attacked you?
I don't know.
Fair enough, that's on me.
Woke up on the hill.
I don't know.
They took my truffles!
You'll get your truffles back.
Make a dexterity saving throw. So now instead of diving for your backpack, Jingle Jangle dives to hug you.
If that's the case,
Mm-hmm.
Dad lieth. Does not move.
Okay, you have a goblin hanging off your neck now.
It's fine. We'll get you your truffles back.
The goblin is vibrating.
Face goblin, much more friendlier than head crab.
Right?
Face goblin applied directly to the face.
Face blend.
You have a vibrating goblin against your chest, hanging from your neck. What do you do?
And a bunch of like gold keys too.
Yes,
I mean, not particularly cold for me, man.
true.
I'm wearing a fucking Remoraz. You show me something that's cold, and I'll be impressed.
I don't know what a Remoraz is.
It's a big, stumpy thing. Kian, what are you doing?
Got like pats on the goblin back, like just looking at the rest, like what do I do?
The doctor who has dealt with children far less excitable than this.
Mm-hmm.
The doctor just kind of gives him a smile and a shrug, like it happens.
Quick, doctor, break out the horse tranquilizer.
Can you make a strength save, Kian?
Come on, I'm worse than Dex.
Okay, so it's not comfortable, but the goblin walks up your chest, grabs your head, pivots, and then is sitting on your shoulders.
The doctor is like giggling furiously into her hand.
You now have a goblin sitting on your shoulders, straddling your neck.
Okay then.
Parrot goblin.
The doctor is giggling profusely.
I used to be a.
By the way, I'm trying to remember. His coat is the. God, I'm trying to remember what's the name that we given for the. Like our character, what is the name we give him for Kel's team again?
The Scion.
Scion. Is the Scion still with us?
No.
No.
I couldn't remember.
She stayed in the inn.
Yeah, she's in the inn until we have until we have at least the start of a way back to the inn.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
I used to be someone whose name meant something.
I mean,
Swarm is good.
My name means something, and that was what I used to do all the time when I was traveling to Baldur's Gate, and when I worked in general.
Sorry. I've just heard soft folk say that when they were in situations like this, so I was trying to bring levity. I thought it was a joke or something.
Levity?
Humor.
Human?
Humor.
I think you're using too many big words.
I was trying to say something funny.
I can say something funny.
Let's hear it.
Meteorite!
What?
What?
Starts laughing.
The doctor like giggles a little bit too out of the absurdity of it.
God, in that brief moment, terrified of the concept that this goblin could accidentally cast a meteorite.
Oh, hey,
or-
look, there's a shiny
or
ball in
could-
the sky.
Or it
Wait,
could
what?
on purpose cast meteorite and found it funny to do this to people just before casting meteorite.
So, Kian, you feel a little goblin hand on each of your ears, tugging upwards.
Ow, 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 yes.
Truffles!
We will find your truffles.
Onward to truffles!
You said it like that, and my mind immediately went to pushing head down via ears, draining neck with weight,
Yes.
driving him forward. Just
Yes.
Ow, 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 that's my neck.
For the record, you might want to add Jingle Jangle to your inventory. In total, it's 45 pounds.
I can't breathe, Jesus Christ.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to change how my carry weight is set up
I'll be
because
right back
apparently
again, sorry.
we were
Yeah,
told
powerful build doesn't work correctly.
Yeah.
Like, check powerful build and then make sure you put *2 in the slot for modifier.
Done.
Yeah.
So now we have to find out how to. That's my neck. That's my neck.
Sorry, I'm back. I was being given the rest of my
Yeah.
laundry.
You don't need your head to stare forward. You can have your head stare backwards, right?
So, do you stand up, Kian?
Yeah.
Jingo Jingo goes, my, this is tall. Hello, fishy!
The doctor will wave. Hello.
Hello! Like, sweeps her head around. Hello! Ah! Dragon!
Dragonborn.
Yeah.
Not dragon per se. Certainly dragon friend, but
Dragon friend?
dragon friend.
Like, peeks out from behind Kian's head. Dragon friend?
Dragon friend.
Dragon friend!
If we keep saying dragon friend, I swear to God, I'm gonna start singing Dragon Tales.
That's so slapped, and you know it.
That is a threat.
And Beardy.
I guess you're beardy. Have fun with that.
You know, it's not the worst thing I've ever been called.
Beardy. Sage nod.
I love this goblin.
He does have a beard. It's a good call.
I love this fucking goblin.
Hey, Warren!
Yes.
Tough arts!
Right. So where are we going to start looking?
Haragon.
Where do we find the Herringon?
Stinky water?
Do you remember any special details about the area of the stinky water?
Singing.
You remember singing?
Oh,
The doctor's
No.
spins immediately drop again.
Hmm.
Jingle
Yeah,
Jangle
John's-
is unperturbed.
Jan's making that face of like sucking in the lower lip. Like, I don't want to call it this, but that's the only thing I can think of. The Morty face.
Oh, wait!
Hmm?
Did you come to see Jingle Jangle?
Delicately looks at the doctor.
Not exactly. But why? Do you need us to do something else before we go find your truffles?
No. Did you need Jingle Jangle help?
Unless you know how to reach the archive, I don't think so.
Archive?
It's a place that has knowledge that we're told.
Place of knowledge? Flat?
Oh, it's a place where lots of information is stored. Knowing.
Information.
A place of knowing things.
Knowing things. Knowing things.
A place of smarts.
Place of smarts. Oh, you mean Candleface?
Candle?
Candleface.
You- Head tilt?
You mean Candlekeep?
No, Candleface.
Who's Candleface?
Oh. There's like 1, 2, 5, 48, 20 of them.
That's a lot of faces that are candles.
You
Vader is upset.
son of a bitch.
Vader's upset.
You actual son of a bitch.
What? Did you think I called it a Goblin 20 on a lark?
Why is Vader mad?
Because I saw the Odeon, okay?
Fair enough.
Vader is now trying to manifest the power to strangle Kit through monitor.
Yeah, right?
Jesus. Anyways.
Candle face and squiggle square? Squiggle square.
Squiggle
Squiggle-
square.
Mm-hmm. 2020 squiggle square.
2020 The Olympics were last week.
Heyo.
Sorry, that was low-hanging fruit.
Can you describe what the squiggle square is? I don't think I know what that means.
It's square and square and has squiggle.
Very interesting.
Squiggles in it.
In, on, yes.
It might mean illusion.
They're talking about books.
Book? Oh, squiggle square.
The doctor will pull out her anatomy guide. What is... like this?
Mm-hmm.
That might be what we're actually looking for.
Candle face.
Candle face.
Candle face.
Do you know where Candle face is?
Missed.
Fair enough. Dumb question on my half.
Do you know a way to get to figure out a way to get there?
Missed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I don't know what to do in this situation. This makes no fucking sense.
Yes, it does.
Come here, microphone. Come absorb my sultry voice.
It makes absolute sense if you have the information that I have.
Yeah, fuck.
That it makes sense if you know my brain.
Yeah, well, yes.
Hockey is fake confirmed.
I mean, here's the thing. At least 2 people in this call right now should know how I think.
Both of you to assume my brain operates on this plane, Kitsune.
Fair.
Yes.
My brain operates.
I like to think I may well be one of those people, but see also, fuck off.
You're gonna figure this out, and it's gonna be like, it was exactly what Jingle Jangle said. It was exactly what she said, and fuck.
It was fucked the entire time?
We'll worry about squiggle squares later. Let's...
Also, the only thing I have learned from the Feywild so far is that fuck-ass is a valid Feywild creature name.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So, for those of you watching the VOD, Guy Gamzella's just posted a picture of a thing backstage, and all I'm gonna say is, whether or not that's what I'm talking about, I do have a stat card for those.
I
Ew.
might ask
I know
about
what
that.
those are, because I play that game a shit ton, but still just ew.
I don't. I'm stupid. Anyways, we'll worry about squiggle squares later. My bigger concern is we have to go back and hear the singing shit.
Oh, don't worry, Sibs.
Do
We're all going to be fucked up 5 ways from Sunday soon enough.
Can I lock my chair in this position? I'd like to.
I don't know, can you?
I don't know.
Can
fuck.
you?
I don't fuck with that. You would know better than me, bitch.
My parents bought you that chair, not me.
Blame my parents, not me.
Go ahead, Vader.
Not me.
We're not going to find these truffles standing around here.
Nods, looks back to the trees that were talking earlier, kind of. I don't know how to explain it. Sims is stupid and made of stress.
No, that was pretty much right. The trees that were talking earlier, kind of. That's pretty much exactly right.
Thank you.
You that tree. Brr. Super Kami Guru sounds.
Oh my god, that is a reference and a half.
The doctor will turn to the trees and just, thank you for having us. And then she'll start walking with the rest of the group once they start.
Okay.
Right.
So,
Are you encumbered with Jingle Jangle?
I am not.
Good.
Our intent is to find Jingle Jangle's truffles.
Yes.
Find the Herringham brigands who stole Jingle Jangle's truffles.
Okay.
Someone else asked us to look for them too, anyways.
Bring me Cottontail.
Oh god damn it.
Fuck's sake.
Ah, god damn it.
I'm sorry, it was there and it felt easy.
I mean, you're not wrong, but at the same time, god damn it.
Okay. Who's leading the way?
I will do the thing again.
If you're
It's like
leading the way, that means the Jingle Jangle is leading the way.
I thought.
Every time you do something survivally, Jingle Jangle mimics you in the opposite direction. Like,
Like hand Jingle Jangle off to the doctor, who is more used to dealing with kids.
Kian puts hand to forehead to peer through the mist. Jingle Jangle, finger up nose, looks other direction. before you roll, Kian, if you're gonna be pathfinding, you hear Jingle Jangle go, "Psst, warm statue.
Yes.
What are we doing?
We're gonna find the truffles.
Oh, let me down."
Oh, okay.
Jingle Jangle hops off your head, lands, drops to all fours, and starts sniffing the ground like a dog.
The doctor starts giggling again.
That works. I was about to ask one of my dumbest questions ever, but this solves my problem.
Make a survival check with advantage, but what was your dumb question?
So if they're in my inventory,
Mm-hmm.
and I wild shape,
Mm-hmm.
Oh god.
The Jingle Jangle was riding the animal.
but if I turn back...
If you turn back, they're now on your head.
Oh god. Oh god. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Oh god, that
You
would be
do not
awesome.
seal the child in an alternate form.
So yeah, survival check with advantage.
Hush, kabir.
Cool.
Yes.
So yeah, you guys head off through the swamp, and you see a thing relatively quickly. About an hour passes. You see a crumbling stone tower rising out of the swamp, leaning at such an angle that it threatens to keel over. Black brambles surround the base of the tower and cling to its lower half. Hanging from the tower on the lower side of the tower's peak is a large woven basket in a tangle of ropes and tattered fabric. The basket dangles about 80 feet above your heads.
Now that's interesting. What's that?
Jingle Jangle looks up as if she didn't see it. Not truffles! Turns the other way.
I mean, she's not wrong.
She really isn't. The doctor's gonna take a quick look. Is there any people around?
Make a perception check.
And I also.
Yes, you can. Both of you, I need to know your wisdom scores.
My wisdom score is 11.
18.
Okay. Dr. Lorelei, you don't notice anything. Make sure you're rolling as your character, Kian.
Oh, god damn it. It's because I had to reload it.
Kian,
You did it.
Oh.
you see a 10-legged, like, the silhouette is like a crawdad minotaur. It's huge. It's like almost as big as a tower. It's just clinging to the side of it, but it's invisible. You see like its outline.
What in the...
Does Khan look alarmed?
Yeah?
In the
What?
name of Owl, what is that?
What are you talking about?
Night
Right.
truffles!
Jingle Jangle, hold still for a second, please.
Jingle Jingle just freezes in place.
Khan,
I
what are you
think... okay,
watching?
this is
What are
a...
you talking about?
This is a weird usage
Mhm.
of the Kian little brother combo.
Mm-hmm.
Little brother, here, land on my hand.
Yeah, he does so.
And have him like trace the air with his beak as I point in at the tip of my finger. I'm gonna outline the thing as best as I can.
So like in
Like
like a heat after image?
Yeah,
Okay.
like a sparkler.
Yeah. It's like a cross between like a centaur and like a bug or a crustacean. It's huge. It seems to be facing downward.
What are you trying to outline? Like, with that being outlined, can the doctor see anything?
No. You cannot.
John, I don't see... Watchman. The doctor says watchman. Watchman, I don't see what you're talking about.
Even with that outline, you can't.
Brick looks over.
What's your wisdom score?
15.
No.
Well, Sirdat's not going to see it. I got a 13.
What's Vrex's
I am-
wisdom score?
Well, actually, my wisdom score is 10, so.
Breck's wisdom is 15.
Vrex can't see it either.
God damn, I really am the hunter.
If you knew how right you were.
I have a terrifying feeling I know exactly what the fuck that is.
You do know exactly what that is.
The description, I feel like I do too.
Yes, Gamzee, you are exactly right.
I think we should go the other way. I'm not ready to get
People.
I'm not ready to get thwacked in the face by a ripped off arm.
I feel like we were talking about these fuckers in Cholt too.
No. No.
These are worse.
This is so much worse. This is the Eldritch Abomination comparison.
Fair enough, anyways. Is Jingle Jangle still just frozen in place?
Yes.
Watchman, I don't see anything. Do you think this tower is anything of interest?
I think whatever the fuck that is, we should be wary.
I don't see anything, but I'll trust your judgment.
I know, that's why I'm concerned, Doctor. Can you see it, Jingle Jangle?
Jingle Jangle doesn't move.
Jingle Jangle, come here, please.
Jingle Jangle, like, when the doctor says it, Jingle Jangle, like, immediately, like, takes a huge breath. Jingle Jangle doesn't know how long a second is.
You didn't need to stop breathing. I just needed you to stand still and not move for a second while we looked at something. And now I need you to come look at something. Come here, please.
And pops over.
Try pointing at again, Watchman.
Yeah, he points at it.
Yeah, like, Jingle Jangle, like, peers at the tower, peers at the tower, slowly narrows her eyes. Not truffles.
But can you see what's on the tower?
Balloon?
What's the balloon?
Like, points at the thing dangling from the tower. Not the big thing, like the other thing that I described.
The basket.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like a basket, not a... I guess I don't know what a balloon is.
People balloon.
With the doctor.
Yeah, some of you know what hot air balloons are.
Have you never seen a hot air balloon, Kian?
I've met some people full of hot air, but I can't say I've ever met someone that described themselves or something they had as a balloon.
Do they have
Is
truffles?
it fair to say hot air balloons are gnomish?
Yes.
They're a gnomish thing, I think. I think they're
Gnomish. No, I was about to say that.
Truffles?
Crazy gnomish flying machines using hot gases to raise up a giant balloon, raise up a giant top, and
I'm gonna guess it got caught on the tower. Do you think there might be someone inside? Do you think they might be hurt?
What do you want to do, Kian?
You're muted, Gamzee.
Oh.
Go
Yeah,
on,
speaking of hot air, my father has decided to join me.
Ah.
I like how we just kind of look at certain things in the world and go, that was invented by X.
I mean, also,
It's right.
also true in our world.
Fair.
you ever just be walking through the country and you see something and you just be like, that was some Roman shit's what that was.
No, actually. Other than, like, on occasion when I go real far south.
Yeah, fair.
And then I look at that and I go, French.
French, yeah. So what do you guys want to do?
Can the doctor try to take a look at the balloon?
Sure. It's 80 feet off the ground, hanging from the tower, and the tower itself's about 100 feet away.
Fair enough, never mind.
I mean, make a perception check.
Bap.
What do you want to know? You have a question
Is there anyone in the basket that I can see?
that you can see now.
Ugh. Well, if no one looks injured, the doctor really doesn't have an interest in the tower either.
Okay. So you guys want to avoid this?
Well, it sounds like something we probably should avoid, admittedly.
Hmm.
Yeah, at least for now, we might want to avoid it.
Rick?
But if Ramsey has an objection when he gets back, we'll hear it.
Of course.
Sorry, I just realized I have my finger down on my push to talk button that entire time.
Better? What were you gonna say?
Nothing. I'm just kind of, I don't know.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. Well, I mean, I can't carry you guys away if you're gonna hear Yamsy's objection, so...
I'm just trying to think, because, like, I kind of know what this is. I haven't read anything, mind you, but, like, I'm passingly aware of what I'm looking at here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not aware of it, but honestly, just from the way it's been described out of character, It don't sound good.
It's a leaning tower of pizza. What's not to appreciate?
Sorry about that. I'm back.
Welcome back. It sounds
Hello,
like the
Ed.
jungle beast want to move away from the tower.
I don't think we should.
You don't think you should move away?
This is the first major structure that we've seen in a long ass time.
True.
I'd put money. There's a possibility this is our archive.
I mean, fair.
Should we
Fair.
investigate it and maybe.
Maybe even
Actually,
then.
let me take a look at the. I want to take a look at the hot air basket too, or try to.
Yeah, feel free.
Although, to be fair also, though, if it is the archive, what guarantee we can even get in it? Especially with whatever the hell you can see is apparently near it, at least, if not guarding it.
We have a child covered in keys.
You do have a child covered in keys, that's true.
We are not
Okay.
using Dingle Jangle as bait!
You got 3 questions,
I don't
Vader.
think it's bait, is what he meant.
How many questions does Vader have?
3.
How long does it look like it's been there? Is it possible to tell?
The ropes are relatively intact, if strained. There's no signs of mildew or rot on the basket. Fairly recently, given how wet the swamp is. A couple of days at most.
So, I'm sorry, I've kind of been out of it.
Sound good?
Most of us are. You can be forgiven.
Yeah.
Does it look like it, like, crashed into the tower, or?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really know if I have any more questions, but...
Wait a minute. That's probably our hot air balloon from fucking earlier. I am a chimp.
There was a hot air balloon earlier?
Yeah, remember when we
Yeah, when we
first arrived? That
Oh,
there
yeah,
was one
there
that
was.
crashed. We wanted to investigate this anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. That could have been that crash we heard when we arrived. Think it's worth investigating.
I'd say so. Anyone have arguments?
Not particularly. Maybe the herring gone bandits are there too.
See it. I don't see it as unlikely. So then we're moving. All right.
We
Let's go.
are moving.
We're going to the tower.
You're approaching the tower. Okay. There's a whole
Yes.
bunch of, like, brambles and stuff laid out, not laid out, like around the base of the tower. It's hard to approach. The brambles come up to, like, Brick's chest. Big, like, knotted, like, green and brown, thorny brambles. So it makes approach difficult.
Big.
Pardon?
It's starting to cut a bit.
Oh, is it? Shoot.
Or is that just my internet?
No, I'm getting it on my end too.
All right, what do you guys want to do?
I'd say we keep trying, and if it messes up again, we call it. How does that sound for everyone?
Sure.
Good to me.
Okay.
We got our next basis, the tower, with all the chest high for brick and brambles, so it's probably like almost. How tall is brick again?
Did I mark that down? I didn't. It's about average height for a dwarf, I'd say.
I do not know what that is off the top of my head because I've never played a dwarf.
Give me a second.
The doctor's like 5'7", so it's probably tearing along the edges of her like waist and stuff.
Yeah, it sounds right.
Yeah, they're about between 4 and 5 feet tall.
Up to Brick's chest, up to the doctor's waist, up to Cyrodiil's like calves maybe.
Yeah,
no,
pretty much.
Lower.
Cyrodiil's like 6'5", somewhere around there.
Okay, more like lower back then, and for Kian, it's probably
6'3".
Somewhere lower. Got it.
And I'm in plate mail. Also, keep that in mind.
Right. How tall is
Magical
Kian?
plate mail.
Jan is honestly on the lower end of Goliaths.
That means absolutely nothing to me as someone who has never played a Goliath.
He's about 8'5" or so.
Yeah, consider that's short for a Goliath.
What the fuck? What's tall for a Goliath?
11'2".
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's
Goliaths are huge.
Sockham's about 10'1".
What the fuck? When did Gotham get that tall?
Sockham's still growing, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
He's
If
8.
we've been talking, and it sounds like if Sockham were to get hit by a ghost, he would become a large creature at like 11 foot.
What do you mean a ghost?
Because apparently ghosts and specters and shit can make you age by hitting you.
Interesting. But, yeah.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
All good. Let's head towards the tower. Just
Okay.
covered in brambles and shit.
Yeah, it's hard to approach. Are you guys just gonna try to push through?
The doctor may, like, take her baton off of her and start trying to, like, push it aside gently.
Okay.
Not of great help, but it's something.
Jingle Jangle is clinging to your back, Kian.
Since I have a climb and swim speed equal to my movement speed, would that make it easier to get through this stuff?
No, these things cannot support your weight.
Okay.
It's a good question, though.
It is.
Wasn't sure if my boom would translate to this kind of terrain as well or not.
No.
Not to annoying brambles, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, that's fair. It's just one of those you don't ask. The question's always no.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we could chop our way through or try to.
Yeah.
Well, the only question is if we do, if that would end up ending poorly for us, but that's true. That is an option.
Let me check one of my spells real fast. I don't think this will help, but I want to check something.
Okay.
Nope, that would not help us here. I
Okay.
was gonna see if plant growth could do anything. The answer is no. Oh, but could Presti?
No.
It never hurts to check.
Absolutely.
I might have a thing. Yeah.
All
If any
right.
of you had Druidcraft, maybe.
Funny you say that.
Druidcraft
Yay,
will require a save.
Would that be a stat save or?
No, the vines have to make a save.
Oh,
They're going
Wait,
to.
wait.
What? What?
Looking at this, how does Druidcraft help?
Because you can control the way plants grow.
Can?
To a degree.
Alright. Let's fuck them up.
Alright, so they need to make a save, and their bonus will be the difference between your, like, magicness and Lorna's magicness. So.
Okay. So, watch me gloriously fail, guys.
No, they failed. They failed.
Oh, how about that?
Nice.
So
Wow.
you like wave your hand, Kian, and the brambles like pull back a little, like enough for you guys to be able to wade up to the tower. The big invisible thing does not react, by the way, Kian.
Nice. Very nice.
So a moderately clear path for our group to walk through. Cool.
Yes. What would you like
So
to
we
do?
keep on marching.
Okay, you guys
just
get
keep
up to
on
the.
trekking, baby.
You get up to the
And
tower.
it keeps on coming and it keeps on coming.
My internet is really not enjoying itself right now.
Want to call it on the party, just kind of meandering our way towards the tower, Wizard of Oz style?
Yes, if that's all right. I know
Yeah.
I know it's
Yeah.
super
No.
early, but we're all out of it, and I just don't want to fight with my internet tonight.
You wanna?
That's valid.
Do you wanna just skip the outros and then just stitch this into next week's?
Yeah, that's what we'll do. So, if you guys are watching this on the VOD, there will probably be a smash cut or a second video uploaded almost immediately. And it will be, some time has passed for us, but no time will have passed for you. And we'll pick it up here, and hopefully I will have working internet at the time. Thank you guys so much for understanding. There is some stuff to do here at the tower, but I can't really risk it with my internet being what it is right now. So, as it is right now, we'll see you in just a little bit. Stay tuned.